fine.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I did submit a written public comment, but I sent it in by email just before your meeting started, so you've got that too. And if you want some to follow along with, I have some extras here. But basically, I wanted to say thank you very much for the presentation on August 26th by the district's attorney about Title IX, the current law, and the 2024 Title IX regulations and their application to the Hudson School District. It was very informative, helped give us a much better understanding of the kind of issues that you all are considering in decisions regarding adoption of any Title IX compliant policies, such as the proposed policy number 113 that was tabled at your August 12th meeting. In short, we are here again to urge you to adopt the proposed policy number 113 in order to ensure that the Hudson School District is in fact compliant with the 2024 Title IX regulations. You know, your attorney laid out that the 2024 Title IX regulations do not create any new rights for transgender or gender nonconforming students because of the existing case law in our Seventh Circuit. Most of the new ones are actually procedural, and they have to do with how do you handle complaints about sexual harassment or assault, and those are most likely going to benefit your cisgendered students. The board or the district does in fact have an obligation to comply with the 2024 Title IX regulations, and that there are potential consequences for failing to comply. The most significant one that was identified by the district's attorney is complaints or litigation filed by a student, who again most likely would be cisgendered, regarding sexual harassment or assault that occurred during a time period when the district did not have a 2024 Title IX compliant policy in place. And your attorney did advise you that there was a not insignificant risk that the district's insurer could deny coverage, decline to defend, agree to a settlement that was much different from what your board wanted, and most likely really jack up those insurance premiums in the future. Your district attorney also advised the board that it would be quite unlikely that should you adopt policy number 113, that would give rise to any kind of plausible legal claim by anyone who is opposed to the policy in the absence of an actual incident. So it's relatively low risk in the absence of an incident to adopt the policy, but without the policy, you do face a significant risk regarding your insurance coverage. And then last, the district attorney advised your board that nothing in any of the preliminary injunctions entered so far by any courts prohibited your district and your board from adopting a policy such as number 113. So when you take all of that into account, it seems to us that the most prudent course of action is to go ahead and adopt the proposed policy 113 and do it as soon as possible. We'd like you to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Rick Blair.
From Boulder Point Drive, also on Title IX.